myself. Save me, this is my cry for help. Save me, I can't save myself. Save me, this is my cry for help.
I hear you loud and clear. I'm a patriot and I'm a patriarch, but I'm a father first and I'ma play that part. Gonna stand for mine and never bow or buckle there for anybody that ever get in trouble. Yeah, storm is brewing, I can see them clouds, hear the children crying, baby clearing loud. Shine a light on shadows, I'ma clear them out. Don't wanna hear the truth, you better hear them now, before it hits home and it's too close to the night of facts that you've been running from. I made it through hell just to show and tell all the lost ones where I've been coming from. My number one is my household and my family, always been my saving grace. There's a war right now and it's taking place, and you bite your tongue so you saving face. I'ma yell it loud, this my battle cry on this battlefield. I'll take my consequence, yeah, it's common sense. When it's good and evil, you can't ride the fence, that's some coward shit. I'll take them hits and I'll throw them blows, I'll lose it all to save their innocence. I'll deliver this with some diligence, cause your ignorance makes us different.
Save me, I can't save myself. This is my cry for help.
You remember how old she told you she was, or?
I don't even think I asked.
You don't?
Something about freshman in high school?
Yeah, you don't remember her saying that her birthday is next month, be turning 15?
I didn't have to say it.
Yeah, I got you right here. Well, you weren't a cop or anything, are you? She said, what? I think you have to be out of high school to be a cop.
Yeah.
And then she said, well, you can, or you said, I'm sorry, well, you can show me how good at smoking you are. Was you trying to get her high? Or?
No, just carrying on the conversation like we were going.
Yeah. You had sent her one and said, would you like to get together after school? I believe that was that on Thursday?
So maybe. Sounds about right.
I was thinking that's what it was. You said, I'll only do what you're okay with. She said, let me see if my best friend can come over just in case you want to kill me. Made a laughing face. She was making a joke, but you said, seriously. I get it. And she said, oh, you want to be alone. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's fine. And then you said, didn't you? So you was implying you wanted to be alone with her there. I mean,
I guess I tried to make it believable.
I'll be honest with you. We kind of do a little bit of an investigation beforehand, and obviously, we've kind of looked into your background, and there's not a whole lot there, but there's a few things, and the main thing that I'm worried more than anything, and it's what really worries us when stuff like this happens, is whenever we're looking at people's profiles and we see that they have kids right around that same age. So, has there been any kind of things going on there at home? No. You asked, have you ever been with an older man? And she said, well, no, I've always wanted to. I don't like guys my age. And then you asked if she was a virgin. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why was you asking that, really?
Like being sarcastic and virgin, you know?
See, you asked what she's into, and she said, what category are we talking about? And you said, surprise me. And she said, let's see, my neck kissed. You said, keep going.
Yeah, I feel great.
And she said, no, it's your turn to answer. What are you into? Then I'll answer again. And you said, I'm into eating. And she said, eating what? And then you said, use your imagination.
I was asking something when I wrote that. That's why I said eating.
That's really all we're looking for here, man. It's complete honesty, and it's. I really don't feel like it's going that way so far. I'll be honest with you. I really don't. See where you put here that you liked it raw. And then you asked for her to send you a nude picture. So, it goes back to the beginning there. You realize that she was 14. but you asked to see a nude picture there.
Well, and also, sometimes I'm thinking it's you guys.
Well, I mean, you really had no reason to believe that. I mean, she's messaging from this account and sending pictures. Yeah.
If I found that it was really a person, I would delete my Facebook. Not, yeah.
And then I get right here, which I've got the other one in this folder right here, but where you sent and then deleted a dick picture that you sent to her.
Yeah, I didn't send that in an email. I was going to send it and I accidentally hit it. Send it instead of delete it.
I'm sorry, I'm not there to snuggle up with you. You remember sending that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What was you wanting to snuggle up with us for, if you don't mind me asking?
Nobody.
No?
No.
And them little bikes will go, won't they?
Mm-hmm. How about getting me one?
Yeah. Might get you around town a little bit quicker. Yeah. I thought you was gonna be driving, buddy. I wouldn't expect you to come walking up. But she asked which is better, and you said, yeah, they're equally, but Molly is good to fun, or so I heard. And she said, yeah, that's what I wanted to try it for. And you said, well, we can make that happen. So again, there you implied that you're gonna bring some Molly to give her. So let's see. Then you said, I'll see about having you some tomorrow. What drug was you referring to there?
Anything that you want, but I don't know.
I got you.
I'm just talking shit.
Yeah. She asked how long it lasts because she don't know anything about it. She's just trying to find out what it does, I guess. But she said, "How long does this last? Is it like we need a hotel room type of thing?" And you said, "Yeah."
I'm assuming it's like ecstasy, probably.
Yeah. So what was the intention there? Was it just trying to get her away from home because she was afraid she would get too high?
Yeah, I'm just trying to make Tori believe I'm talking shit.
Like, you're just afraid that she would get too high or something like that. Her mom would catch her.
Too high, ain't gonna let nobody die or nothing like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be careful, man. Mm-hmm. It's in everything right now. I've heard
somebody mad at me for saying the fucking life. I let them die. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard of kids using those THC carts. Just a THC cart and overdose on her from using a THC cart. It's scary.
Buying whole beans and stuff.
Yep. Or you go to buy a bag of little or whatever you're going to get, and it's in it too.
Right.
I mean,
everything nowadays. I don't know why.
Then they try to get everybody hooked on it.
Right.
That right there, it's more addictive, a lot more addictive.
Okay. I think ain't no heroin no more. It's all fentanyl.
Do what?
That's the only thing that's heroin anymore. It's all fentanyl.
Probably not.
Yeah.
She says, because honestly, I've never told anyone I wanted to try it, but I really, really want to try it. And then you said, I'll see about having you some tomorrow. I wanted to go over that just one more time because that was one of the big things that I was worried about, is where you was talking about the mouth like that with all the fentanyl around, and obviously a 14-year-old girl, she's not going to have a tolerance like somebody that's been using for years or something like that, and the slightest bit could cause somebody like that to overdose and die quick, and there's not enough Narcan to bring them back.
Now they got this one kind of Narcan don't work here. I don't know what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
I've been worried about some of my friends getting hurt of that stuff. Not being able to say when you can.
Well, we can make it happen. She said, really? And you said, yeah. She said, that sounds fun. And then you said, gonna be a fuck man. You said, it's sexy watching my dick picked over oxygen. Well, babe, if I can take and hold a cock this big down without gagging, then you're a goddess. And then you asked if she squirts. You see, I mean, it kind of gets into some pretty raunchy stuff here. I mean, that's kind of, it really, really doesn't seem like you didn't have the intention of.
No, sir, I think don't even work, sir.
And I mean, the fact, you know, I've been doing this for a minute, and the fact that you're here at this specific time, the specific time that you told her to meet you here, you know, it's.
I should start down there.
Yeah. Well,
Make my way out of here.
I seen you. Yeah, we was watching you. And you said, "Oh, babe, it is." Oh, wait a minute. She says, "I honestly didn't think that was a real thing. Is that a real thing?" And you said, "Oh, babe, it is, and you're going to learn today, or you'll learn today." I'm sorry. So, but was you planning on teaching her how to squirt, or?
I was there teaching her nothing.
No.
I was just like sort of losing.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know if that's a unicorn, man. I don't know if I've ever heard of that before, or ever seen it before. But I must just not be good enough. I don't know. You asked her. You said, "How's your head?" She said, "I'd like to think it's decent." And then you said, "Well, I hope it's on point for me." She said, "I'll do my best for you. I'll try not to gag." And then you said, "Oh, no, please gag." And she said, "Oh, really? I thought that was a sign of weakness." Do what?
I wouldn't know.
She says, "You've just promised to be gentle at first. It's probably the biggest I've ever had." She was referring to the picture that you had sent, I guess. And then you said, "Yes, I'm going to be gentle with you, babe." And really probably is. She said, "Thank you." You said, "No, thank you, love." And she asked, "What's your favorite position?" And you said, "Well, I like them all, but I like to be rode." And she said, "I don't know if I'll be able to sit down all the way." And then you said, "You will eventually." So was you planning on it being a more than one occasion with her? Or?
I was just playing off what the girls say. I'm trying to make it believe.
I got you. What do you do for work, man?
Right now, in between jobs.
Yeah.
I'm about to start factory doing their janitorial stuff.
Yeah. What'd you do for that?
Been unemployed for 2 years.
Yeah. What do you do right now? Just anything, or
Just in line.
kind of odd jobs around town?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
All right.
You gotta make that money somehow. I see you had put, "So can I bust it all inside of you?" He was asking if she was on birth control. So did you bring condoms with you tonight, or was you planning on going raw dog, or what were we doing?
I'm planning on going there.
You had asked about what she thought about how big it was, I guess. I'd have to go over the messages exactly, but that was the gist of it. She said, "I was surprised for sure." And then you said, "Then really excited?" And she said, "Just be easy on me, LOL." And then you said, "Oh, I will. I find it just hot as when I'm be stretching my woman out." So you consider her your woman already?
No.
She asked what your body count was, and you said, "Oh, it's like 15. At 40, I don't guess that's that bad, is it? It's better than me.
Oh, you ain't do it. I was just good round number, you know?
Yeah, I got you. Let's see. You asked how many people she had been with. And she was making a joke and kind of called you a whore where you had been with 15 people. And you said, "That's right. I'm not a whore. I'm a slut. I give this away, laughing my ass off." So you give it away to kids too? Or?
No. I was joking, you should say.
All right.
You know, as it goes on a non-profit organization, you can give it away or something like that.
I guess.
That's what I took it off of.
Ask if she wanted to kiss. I see that on here. You said, "Yeah, you do. You want to kiss." That was the way you put it. And she said, or you do, or we both do, and then you said second one, I'd say, which was referring to that you and her both wanted to kiss, right?
Yeah.
You're saying, I know I can't wait to see you. She said, with my mom being gone too, that you all wouldn't need to get a hotel tonight, that you all would have pretty much 12 hours alone until she got back. And you said true. So you wasn't really planning on going to a hotel or anything like that.
I'd be lucky to get you sick here today.
Well, I know she had mentioned going back to her house too, so you don't really need money there, I don't guess, because apparently where was it she told you that she lived?
The Mexican restaurant, which I know everybody lives back that way.
Yeah. Jeez, dude. You know everybody back there, and you still showed up. Oh.
Like I said today, I wanted to see if it's...
Well,
like I said, if I was in the girl walking down that way, I'd have turned around there.
she's asking about the job, I guess, where you was talking about it. And she says, let's see, can you tell me how to do it so I don't fail? I don't really know how a guy is going to teach somebody.
I was wondering.
Unless you swing both ways, and I mean, hey, if you do, it's whatever, man. I'm cool. Oh, you gag when you brush your teeth? Yeah, you wouldn't do too good at getting. I don't guess. Let's see. You said that I can't teach, but I can make it happen. And then she said, oh, so there's nothing I have to do to make it happen. And then you said, I'm sure there is, but I'm not a woman, so I can't tell you what they are. So, but you did ask her, said, what all you want to learn? And then she said, whatever you want me to learn. And then you said, good answer.
I didn't know she wrote that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say. You said you had stuff you wanted to learn. Well, you know what it is.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I still really don't feel like we've been completely honest here. I really don't.
Completely honest with you, I'm a fucking dumbass.
Well, I mean, being some of the things that's in these there's definitely, it seems like some intent there. And it's, it's like I said when I started, that's our main goal, is to learn from this and to be able to teach other parents what they can do to protect their kids online. We try to do that. And what was it about her that maybe made you pick her out?
Honestly, it's because I asked her on Messenger and she wrote back.
So you added her on Messenger?
I think I must have sent her a friend request on Facebook somehow or something.
Okay.
Like I just said she accepted my request. I was like, who's this?
I got you. But there wasn't nothing like specific about her profile. But was you able? Do you remember when you before she added you as a friend, when you sent the friend request to her? Was you able to actually see anything on her profile?
I don't know why I sent her a friend request. To
be honest. Yeah, that's one of those things. I mean, if we could. That's one of those things, I guess, if we could kind of learn from that, they can set up their profile a little bit different. How's it going, sir?
What's up,
Hey, just sitting here having a conversation. Yeah, we got some messages here that we had to go over about, he thought he was talking to a 14-year-old, but it turned out it wasn't a 14-year-old, it was us. So, there's some pretty bad stuff in the chats here. We've kind of talked it over and trying to get an idea of where his mind was and all that with all this. So
you came here to meet somebody else?
I mean, that's what I made it seem like, but I thought it was these guys too. I just wanted to see.
Okay. What all you got here? Your screenshots, I guess?
Yeah.
see, these are some of the worst ones, but These right here are all of them
That's
complete.
everything?
That's complete. Up until the last few minutes, right before, I don't know what was sent. Did she send you anything on the way here?
I'll give you a check.
That's what I was getting to, buddy. I was going to have you, if you would have been just a little bit more truthful with me, I was going to have you write her an apology letter.
I
But
mean, I'll gladly do that.
you don't care to write her an apology letter? Well, I will sure give you that opportunity, buddy. Because I'm sure her parents would appreciate it. Or her mom. She don't have a dad, but.
What's your name, Bob?
Jeff.
Jeff what? You from here?
Born and bred.
Think I've ever dealt with you.
So, ask your name, I'll go get it.
Believe, wasn't it?
I think so.
You didn't remember her name?
Not just a moment, I don't.
A lot going on, I guess.
Yeah.
I get it, man. There's a whole lot going on. You're all right. We'll get through it. Hang on just a second. There's something missing out of there I can give you from here. These right here is kind of care if I step that way I don't accidentally show my camera here. That's one of the missing pictures there. So
Not in here.
it's not in there, but it's in here. It was caught before it was deleted. And it's like, like we talked about, he knows that, metadata is forever. It don't go away. So
If that said, this gentleman thought he was talking to a 14-year-old. Is there anything in here where it shows?
It is all right.
Yep.
Let me see what it says. He's forwarded.
got some of his private pictures here that I don't want to pull out. So I don't think she specifically says that she's 14, but she says that she turns 15 in, what month was it?
Next month.
Next month. Let's see. So she's a freshman right here, and then right here.
703.
My birthday is next month. I'm turning 15. Maybe I can borrow some. There's multiple references to bringing some drugs tonight and stuff like that in there as well. But
You got ID on your book?
So sincerely.
sorry, buddy. What was that?
Sincerely.
SIN. Shoot, you gonna catch me off guard here. I'm from Kentucky too, man. What are you talking about? SINCERELY, maybe.
I have a box.
Oh, shit, okay.
I can't save myself.
rolled off of these blurry eyes. Gonna be a horror story with a scary dies. Angels fly with their guns out, causing hell of fire when Mother Mary cries. I heard the lies, but I seen the truth. They gonna silence you if you bring the proof. They gon' call you crazy when you call them out. They try to box us in, but we can box them out. Don't dare ask me what I'm talking about. If you ain't listened yet, then you'll never hear it. We gon' pray to God and we gon' stand up. Got an army here, I know the devil fear. Yeah, the future's clear when you know the past. And that train is coming and it's rolling fast. Gotta fix the path that's on a broken track. There's no time for us to be holding back. Now we need some leaders to wake up the sleepers. Make believers out of non-believers. Let freedom of speech ring through the speakers. Take the filthy rich to the cleaners. Shine our light, baby, high beamers. Don't let sex crimes be a misdemeanor. Protect these babies from these sickening creatures. I refuse to sit and watch from the bleachers.